Welcome to this new series. I had the honour and privilege of spending a weekend at the British Superbike Championships at Thruxton, and I was hosted by True Heroes Racing. Now, I was able to do a series of interviews with all the team members, or most of the team members, and got a real insight into a team that is totally different from any other team in the paddock. I hope you enjoy this series of interviews that I've done and that you'll come on board and support the team. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss when a new episode drops. So this is the True Heroes Racing setup. So they've got the main Arctic there with the garage awning, and as you come to the side you've got the shop, which is crucial. Then you've got the smaller truck that's got the stores in, and as you come down the side you can look into the side of the garage where they keep all the tyres, and then you come into the hospitality area. And the hospitality area is crucial for the whole team. It's where they come to eat and meet up. And the team ethos is more than just a race team. So I'm still at the BSB, which is the British Superbikes, here at Thruxton, and I've got another victim. So let's get him in and have a chat, because he's got quite a story to tell us. So Chris. Julian.
Yeah.
Julian, I've got Chris. I've just spoken to Chris.
Oh right, Chris Duggan, yeah.
Yeah, just had a chat with Chris. So yeah. I'm terrible with names.
That's okay.
I've been speaking
Must
to you the last 2 days.
Must be an age thing.
It is. I mean, I'm not getting any younger.
And none of us are.
And the stuff in here's going soft.
Yeah.
So Julian, welcome. Now, Julian, you've got a little bit of a story of how you came onto the team originally.
Yeah.
So, where did you come from? So you retired?
Yes, medical discharge.
Yeah.
So obviously from the Royal Green Jackets, which are now mangled by the Royal Anglicans.
Rifles?
Yeah, well, rifles, yeah.
Rifles nowadays.
Yeah, so ex-Royal Green Jacket, so yeah, everybody knows anything about the Royal Green Jackets, you know how we are. Yeah. Swift and bold, that's all we are.
Marching at 180 paces a minute?
Yeah.
160.
With my little short legs, it's quite a lot.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah. So yeah, I got MD'd. Basically that's it. There's no point in elaborating on a career that wasn't kind to me, but I still had the ethos of the military. I love it.
Yeah.
If I could have done a full 22, I would have.
That military mindset is instilled in you from day one in training.
Yeah, and from when I was a child, because my stepfather was a colour sergeant in the Royal Artillery at Woolwich Army Barracks. I spent the best part of my life there.
Yeah.
As a child, so it just wanted to be there.
Yeah.
I just like the way it is, the uniform side of it, and that's it. That's how it was.
So you got medically discharged.
Yep.
So now you're effectively retired.
Yep.
And what got you into the racing side of life?
Well, I used to race anyway. I used to rub the club scene, MRO, Bemsey, New Era, and obviously I knew one of the people there, one of the chief marshals, and she said, I know a military team that wants ex-military with a mechanical background. And I just went along in 2018, I think, and my first meeting was Cabell Park, and basically it was good for me.
Yeah.
Because you still got the camaraderie that you miss.
Yeah.
That all military people miss. You miss the family side of it. You miss the You don't
miss the work side of it.
No, it can be difficult. Yeah, it's hard sometimes. But yeah, so I brought with me quite a bit of knowledge, but I just settled myself in slowly. You know, don't try and be very big balls when you get there.
Yeah.
Just fit in, and I just fitted in, and just moved on from there every year. It's helped me anyway.
Yeah.
Keep me on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, so from your perspective, then you came on fairly early on. I mean, the team was formed up in 2012,
Yeah.
and it was working out of a small tent back then. And
yeah, well, we used to on the Arctic, we used to have 2 tents either side.
Yeah.
We had hospitality on one side and you had the garage the other, so we had 2 awnings to erect at the time. I turned up and it was just, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
I've been involved with motorbikes since I've been 8 years old, so it's quite extensive.
Yeah.
Self-taught, being a mechanic basically, it's all self-taught,
Yeah.
self-knowledge, taking knowledge from people that are older and wiser than me, and it works.
Yeah.
It works.
And from your perspective, then you've actually done some riding as well.
Yes, yeah, I've done it. Yeah, I rode 250s, 400s, 600s over obviously my racing career with club race, road racing.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you mechanically are sympathetic with obviously the guys that are here now.
Yeah.
You understand the pressures they're on. You understand that the bikes has to be 110%. They cannot be 90%. It's not acceptable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just moves on from there really.
Now your personal struggles. Let's have a little look into that, and how the team ethos has helped with that.
It's just filling the gap. When you
Yeah.
leave, or you're not part of the military, you're not involved in the military, it changes that gap. And obviously, a few personal issues anyway. It's not PTSD. I don't suffer PTSD. It's just personal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into that because that's too far back. But
Yeah.
in general, it's helping my mental health. My wife said, I've got my husband back.
Yeah.
I come here. It's stressful. It's hard work. You go away with a big achievement.
Yeah.
Even if you fail and the riders don't qualify,
Yeah.
you
I mean,
still achieved.
Because you've added some value. And
You
I
feel
think-
that you've added some value.
and
yeah.
you feel you have fulfilled that piece, that value that
Yeah.
for the whole team, because this is a complete team effort, and this team is totally different from any other team on the grid or any other.
If you walk around any BSB paddock, you'll see best part of our t-shirts and our jumpers.
Yeah.
Because people want to support us as a community and
Yeah.
what we stand for. It's not where the riders come. Yeah, we always want the riders to be as high as they can get.
Absolutely.
But we're not professionals.
Yeah.
But it's, as you just witnessed, it's the evening meal we have.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
terrific.
whatever we've had, whatever difficulties, problems, they're settled, put to bed, have lunch, have dinner together, have a toast at the end, as it should be. It's great to obviously for people to support.
Yeah.
But if you can, not just support, come along and watch and get involved. Anybody's welcome to come in the awning.
Yeah.
Anybody's welcome to sit on the bike, speak to mechanics, speak to crew chiefs, speak to the riders.
Yeah.
It's, as I say, it's not always a physical problem that we have.
Yeah.
It's a massive mental health issue, and unfortunately military people suffer it more than most.
They
Not
do.
just for the conflicts they've been in, but it's the missing link part of being
Yeah.
part of something.
Yeah. And that's the big thing that the team brings, is that military ethos, and it gives the veteran, particularly veterans, because they've also got regulars that still come along and support the team.
Yeah.
But it's for the veterans that have missed out on being part of the military scene,
Yeah.
and that's what this team gives. And it gives in abundance. I mean, I've been here for a couple of days. I've now seen how the team operates behind the scenes, and there's so many different moving parts,
Yeah.
so many people involved, and it gives so many people an opportunity. And like you say, everybody's welcome, whether you're ex-military, whether you're serving, or whether you're a civilian and just want to see and see how a unique team operates.
Yeah.
Come along.
Good and bad, because there are days that we do have little spouts.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
it's a military banter spout. A lot of people that civilians don't understand because they think we're being reckless,
Yeah.
but it's not.
Yeah, it's
you know.
that black humour that gets gets us through the dark times.
Well, I can put hand on heart, as I've explained to you, I don't do camera work. This is the first time in 5 years I've actually sat involved and had an interview with somebody. All my bits are taken because I'm quite a private person.
Yeah.
And you know, I'll be honest with you, because my wife, she's here, she supports me to get this
she's
message.
a key. Actually, Julian's wife, she is a key component to this whole organisation. I think what she brings to the team, and hopefully I'm going to have a chat with her later, is she feeds everybody.
I don't get like this with skinny food.
And that's the real key element. Yeah. So although sort of breakfast it runs over a couple of hours because of the nature of the beast, guys don't want to have a full stomach when they go out on the warm-up laps and stuff like that. Lunchtime again, because people are in and out with the bikes, but in the evening there's a cut-off. Everybody stops, everybody comes together, and everybody sits down and has a meal together in the evening, and that's what Julia's wife Sam brings to the party.
Yeah.
And I've been in and experienced it, and it's buzzing. It really is buzzing, and everybody's on a high from that.
You know, as my wife will probably say when you speak to her, if it wasn't for the team for the last 3 years, you know, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't be here. Yeah. You know, because obviously, as you know, I got diagnosed with cancer 3 years ago, which is prostate cancer, which any man over 50 seriously needs to go and have a look.
Absolutely.
It's not as invasive as you think it is. It's not a finger up the bum. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
I mean, that's
deal with it.
Let's be honest. That is the initial thing. If you're a bloke now, it's not always the symptoms. Sometimes the symptoms you don't see. But if you're over 50, get yourself checked out. It's two simple things. It's a little digit exam. It's uncomfortable for a minute or so, or half a minute, while the doctor's just feeling your prostate. And it's nothing to worry about, and it's okay to talk about it. And it's a blood test. Yeah. And that's to test your PSA level, to see where your PSA is. And if there's any concerns, then they'll refer you on to urology, who will dive into it a little bit deeper. And it really is nothing to worry about. But the big takeaway is get it checked.
Yeah.
Don't ignore it. If you find yourself getting up a little bit more in the night, it's not just down to your age. It's not just an age thing. If you find that your flow is a little bit restricted, or you get caught out occasionally, or you get a little bit of extra dribble after, then it's a symptom of the slightly inflamed prostate. Now, I've got a slightly inflamed prostate. My PSA level is a little bit higher than it should be, but I've had it checked out. I've gone through the whole process. I've been under the urologist, and it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. But the earlier you can catch it, the better it is to deal with.
Definitely, totally agree. You know, as I explained to you, I got diagnosed with prostate cancer just as I turned 50. Within, you know, obviously with government guidelines, you have to be examined and treated, or give it a course of treatment within 2 weeks, and it is to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And my first bout of cancer was very small. It was very, very small, but unfortunately, being the mindset I have, I want it dealt with.
Yeah.
I want it done, get rid of it, I don't want it. So I had brachyradiotherapy on my first treatment, I had all that. Obviously I had a few issues with the treatment, I lost my teeth, but at the end of the day I'm still here. And obviously the brachytherapy is quite evasive, but it's very quick recovery period.
Yeah.
I was back to work within 3 days.
Yeah.
And basically they just insert rods to where the cancer is in the prostate and basically do it from the inside. It's like cooking a turkey from the inside, basically.
Yeah.
I know it's pretty crude, but simple terms.
That's a simple term of it.
And I was clear for about 8 months, and unfortunately my PSA started going up again. And then they tested me again, and then basically I had between stage 3 and stage 4 in the other side of the prostate, which then I was advised to have it removed, and it was a non-nerve sparing surgery. Unfortunately, I was just unlucky that I had it twice.
Yeah.
I know they say get checked early, get treated early. I'm just being unlucky.
Yeah.
Because I've still got cancer cells in my body because the cancer was so aggressive.
Yeah.
They still haven't cleared it. But at the end of the day, I can't fault the treatment I've had.
Yeah.
And I had no symptoms.
Yeah,
Not one.
You were really unlucky with that.
Yeah.
And but the key is that you did go and get checked out early.
Yeah, exactly. You know, as Sam would say, one of our friends, her dad died because he ignored it.
Yeah.
And he died of prostate cancer.
Yeah.
So it's a double-edged sword.
It is. You just really don't
No.
Don't ignore it. Get it checked. And the sooner you get it checked, the better it is.
And without the team, and the backing of the team, and Phil Spencer, you know, Lisette, anybody, they're all contactable constantly. You know, I formed a massive relationship with Dave McKay when I first started on the Catties, and then he went into the Stockers, and I can call that man at any one time. Now, if I weren't part of the team, I wouldn't have that support from one individual.
Yeah.
And I can call anybody in the team, you know, Chris Duggan, any single one of them, at any time of night, if I've got an issue.
And they'll help.
And they will help, because, let's say, without being here, you won't have that contact.
Yeah.
And there's not that contact out there that you'd ever get.
Yeah. And that's what this team is so good at.
Yeah.
Is to bring people together, give you that military ethos, that military connection back.
Yeah.
And that military level of support.
Because I haven't had the banter like most people, like Chris Duggan with his leg and bits and pieces, or Chris Ganley with his arm missing. You know, you get the banter from that.
Yeah.
But I haven't had the banter with the cancer and the prostate, because a lot of people still try to ignore it.
Yeah.
Because they find it uncomfortable.
And and it shouldn't be uncomfortable. It should be one of those things that is okay to talk about.
Yeah.
It's like the mental well-being side of it. It's okay not to be okay, and it's okay to talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the easier it is to cope with.
But then, as you know, being in the military, if you talk about it, it's a sign of weakness.
But that's where the military
so
wrong.
That's where the military fails.
Yeah.
In a sense of it.
And they are trying to address it.
Of course they are. Yeah. They got to move.
Some regiments are much better at it than others.
Yeah.
Some corps are better at it than others.
Yeah.
For instance, the Royal Marines.
Yeah.
Get it. Royal Marines have been doing what they call TRIM for donkey's years.
Yeah.
Which is trauma incident management.
Yeah.
And that helps them prevent getting complex PTSD later in life, whereas the paras, they do it by ease a man up pill.
Yeah, break the glass in case of war. Yeah. That's it.
So they just need a little bit of re-education. Actually, they don't need a little bit; they need an awful lot of re-education.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with that one.
Yeah, but generally, I mean, the team here, it's from all services, and there's a few civilians as well.
Yeah, well, you know, you're going to get the inter-service banter, you know, especially if you're in the Air Force, you know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a knock at the RAF.
Well, they would do, because they like 5-star hotels, don't they?
Yeah, so the Army sleep under them, the Navy navigate by them, and the RAF choose their hotels by them.
Yes, exactly. Yes, they do. You know, we've got a couple of RAF here, but But they've got broad shoulders, they're good.
Yeah, they take it in good humour.
They certainly do.
Well, they haven't any choice, have they, really?
Not really, no, definitely not.
Well, Julian, I think we've had a very, very good chat. And hopefully, if there's a guy out there that's just umming and ahhing, just go and do it. Don't fanny about. Go and see your doctor. Get it checked.
Yeah, definitely, I totally agree.
The sooner you get it checked, the easier it is to deal with.
Yeah, it's a blood test, that's it.
Yeah.
And then it's just an examination, it's not hard.
No. proves one thing, that you're not gay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I definitely couldn't be gay. Yeah, there's no
I
way.
couldn't be gay.
Yeah, no.
Well, there you go. So Julian, thank you so much.
No,
That's been fascinating.
Thank you. I hope it wasn't too much.